The shocking betrayal you won't believe. Joseline Hernandez, known for her fierce personality and no-nonsense attitude, has been left devastated after discovering her fiancé cheating behind her back. What was supposed to be a loving, trusting relationship quickly turned into a nightmare, and the fallout has fans talking non-stop. The emotional confrontation, leaked texts, and private videos paint a picture of heartbreak, anger, and raw, unfiltered emotion that's already gone viral. Sources close to Joseline say she was blindsided by the shocking revelation. Friends reveal that she had no idea her fiancé was leading a double life, and the discovery has left her questioning everything: her relationship, her trust, and even her closest circle of friends. In true Joseline fashion, she didn't hold back her emotions. From tearful breakdowns to explosive confrontations, every moment was filled with tension, heartbreak, and drama. Social media erupted as clips of her reaction began circulating online. Fans were divided. Some sympathized with her pain, calling out her fiancé for the betrayal, while others debated her next move, predicting how she might respond to such a shocking scandal. Industry insiders hint that this isn't just a private affair anymore. It's set to become one of the most talked about storylines in reality TV history. In this video, we break down every shocking moment, reveal insider details, and show how this betrayal could change Joseline Hernandez's personal and public life forever. Stick around, the drama is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single detail. The morning after Joseline Hernandez discovered her fiancé's betrayal, the reality of the situation was setting in. Sources close to her revealed that she had spent the night replaying the shocking discovery in her mind, unable to comprehend how someone she trusted completely could deceive her so blatantly. According to insiders, the heartbreak was compounded by the fact that the evidence was undeniable: screenshots, videos, and eyewitness accounts all pointed to the same conclusion: her fiancé had been unfaithful. Joseline, known for her fiery personality and refusal to be disrespected, reportedly went through a wide range of emotions that morning. Anger, shock, sadness, and disbelief all battled for control, and those closest to her say that she was struggling to process how quickly her world had been turned upside down. Friends say she paced her home, phone in hand, rereading messages and staring at images that confirmed what she feared. She felt completely blindsided, one source said. This was someone she trusted with everything, and suddenly, all of that trust was shattered. The initial confrontation happened shortly after the discovery. Joseline's emotions were raw, and she didn't hold back. Friends and witnesses report that she demanded answers immediately, confronting her fiancé in a private but intense discussion. Sources reveal that she asked pointed questions, seeking to understand why he had betrayed her, while he attempted to explain, apologize, and justify his actions. However, according to insiders, nothing he said seemed to alleviate the anger or pain that Joseline was feeling. What made the situation even more explosive was the presence of evidence from multiple sources. Not only had Joseline caught him in a compromising situation, but mutual friends also confirmed sightings of him with the other woman at various locations, further validating her discovery. The betrayal was comprehensive, leaving little room for doubt or misinterpretation. This combination of undeniable proof and emotional shock created a perfect storm, fueling the intensity of her response. By midday, news of the incident had leaked to social media. Fans were quick to react, sharing their opinions, speculations, and sympathies. Some praised Joseline for standing up for herself and confronting the situation head-on, while others debated what her next move should be. Online platforms erupted with hashtags like #JoselineHeartbreak, #FianceBetrayal, and #JoselineSnaps, and clips of her emotional responses circulated widely. Amid the public attention, those close to Joseline emphasized her strength and composure despite the chaos. Friends described her as being simultaneously devastated and resolute, determined not to let the betrayal define her or control her next steps. "She's hurt, yes," a close confidant said. "But Joseline is also thinking strategically. She's figuring out how to handle this on her terms, not anyone else's. Later that afternoon, the situation escalated when Joseline posted a cryptic, but pointed message on social media. Though she didn't mention names, the post read, "Lies don't last, truth always comes out. Never underestimate a woman who knows her worth." Fans immediately speculated that this was directed at her fiancé and the other woman, igniting further conversation online. Influencers and gossip pages picked up the post, analyzing every word and interpreting it as a sign of her emotional state and possible next moves. The betrayal not only affected Joseline personally, but also had implications for her public image. As a reality TV star, her relationships are often in the public eye, and this scandal quickly became a topic of discussion across multiple platforms. Industry insiders noted that the timing of the incident could have a lasting impact on her storyline, adding a layer of real-life drama that fans would undoubtedly follow closely. Producers and social media teams were reportedly aware of the potential for heightened engagement, recognizing that Joseline's raw emotional response would captivate audiences. By evening, the emotional toll was apparent. Friends said that Joseline was taking moments to herself to reflect and process everything, alternating between bursts of anger and periods of quiet contemplation. She reportedly spoke to close confidants about what she had learned from the experience and how she intended to move forward. "Joseline is resilient," one insider explained. "Even in moments of heartbreak, she's thinking ahead, plotting her next steps, and making sure she doesn't let this break her spirit." As the night went on, the conversation surrounding the betrayal showed no signs of slowing. Clips, screenshots, and eyewitness reports circulated, keeping the public and media engaged. Fans speculated about potential confrontations, possible reconciliations, and the consequences that the fiancé might face. Social media debates were heated, with supporters and critics alike weighing in, dissecting every detail of the scandal, and predicting what would happen next. Despite the emotional turbulence, sources close to Joseline emphasized that she was taking control of the narrative. She refused to be portrayed as a passive victim, and instead used the situation as an opportunity to assert her independence and strength. "She's hurt, yes, but she's also taking charge," an insider noted. "Joseline is making it clear that she won't be disrespected, and that anyone who betrays her will face the consequences." By the end of the first day following the discovery, one thing was certain: the betrayal had not only shocked Joseline Hernandez, but had set off a chain reaction of drama, speculation, and emotional intensity that would continue to unfold. The next steps she took, both publicly and privately, were now being closely watched by fans, friends, and the media alike. Every action, post, and interaction had the potential to escalate the situation further, keeping viewers and followers on the edge of their seats. In a world where trust is hard to come by and loyalty is often tested, Joseline's experience serves as a stark reminder that even the strongest bonds can be shaken in an instant. How she responds, what choices she makes, and the decisions she takes moving forward will define not only her personal life, but also her presence in the reality TV landscape. The day after Joseline Hernandez's shocking discovery, the emotional fallout only intensified. Friends revealed that she spent hours reflecting on the betrayal, going over every interaction and every sign she might have missed. Insiders reported that she felt a mix of anger, humiliation, and disbelief. This wasn't just about heartbreak, it was a profound violation of trust, one that struck at the core of her relationship and her sense of judgment. Sources close to Joseline explained that she immediately began evaluating her next steps. While her emotions were raw, she was determined not to make impulsive decisions that she would later regret. Friends say she was meticulously planning how to confront the situation publicly and privately, weighing her options carefully. According to insiders, she was particularly focused on protecting her reputation and ensuring that the narrative wouldn't be controlled by gossip or media speculation. The confrontation with her fiancé escalated quickly. Reports say that after the initial emotional outburst, Joseline demanded full honesty. She wanted every detail, dates, messages, and motives. While he attempted to explain himself, her sharp instincts and the undeniable evidence made it clear that deception had taken place over weeks, if not months. Friends say that this realization intensified her anger and fueled her determination to regain control of the situation. Meanwhile, word of the scandal had leaked online, igniting a social media frenzy. Fans and influencers dissected every detail, posting clips, screenshots, and analysis. Hashtags like #JoselineHeartbreak, #Fiancé, and #JoselineExposes began trending within hours. Some fans expressed sympathy, praising her for confronting the betrayal head-on, while others debated whether she should end the relationship immediately or attempt to salvage it. The situation quickly became one of the most discussed topics in reality TV circles. The impact of the betrayal extended beyond personal feelings. Joseline's professional life and public persona were now under scrutiny. Industry insiders revealed that producers saw an opportunity to integrate this real-life drama into the ongoing storylines of her projects. By highlighting her emotional response, the show could capture the intensity of a raw, unfiltered moment, making it compelling for viewers. This blurred the line between personal heartbreak and reality TV entertainment, placing Joseline at the center of a narrative that everyone wanted to follow. Joseline also began reaching out to trusted friends and confidants for advice. She wanted guidance on navigating the emotional and public aspects of the betrayal without compromising her image. Friends described her as both vulnerable and determined. She allowed herself moments of tears and frustration, but never let them overwhelm her sense of agency. She reportedly said, "I won't let this define me. I need to show strength, even when I'm broken." As the days passed, Joseline decided to take control of her social media presence. She began posting messages that were cryptic yet pointed, signaling to her fans and followers that she was aware of the betrayal and ready to confront it publicly. One post read, "Trust is earned, not given. Never forget that." Another hinted at her resilience, "I may fall, but I always rise stronger." Fans quickly connected the posts to her personal life, sparking intense discussions and predictions about her next move. The fiancé's response also fueled the drama. Sources reported that he attempted to downplay the situation publicly, posting vague apologies and cryptic statements. However, his attempts were overshadowed by Joseline's assertive actions and emotional transparency. Friends say that his lack of accountability only reinforced her decision to take the high ground and control the narrative. Insiders also revealed that the scandal had created tension among mutual friends and family members. Some attempted to mediate, while others took sides, further complicating the situation. Joseline's ability to navigate these complex dynamics without losing composure impressed many, showing a level of emotional intelligence and strategic thinking rarely seen in such raw moments. As the week progressed, media outlets amplified the story. Every public appearance, interview, or social media post became an opportunity for speculation. Reality TV commentators analyzed her expressions, body language, and statements, trying to predict how the situation would unfold. The intensity of the coverage ensured that the betrayal remained at the forefront of public attention, increasing pressure on both Joseline and her fiancé. Despite the scrutiny, Joseline reportedly focused on self-care and reflection. Friends noted that she was exercising, meditating, and spending time with loved ones to regain emotional balance. She also began documenting the experience privately, writing down her thoughts and feelings as a way to process the betrayal and prepare for potential public confrontations. One pivotal moment occurred when Joseline confronted her fiancé again, this time with a clear plan in mind. Instead of an emotional outburst, she approached the conversation with purpose, demanding accountability while outlining the boundaries of their relationship moving forward. According to insiders, the discussion was tense but necessary, allowing her to assert control and ensure that her perspective was heard. The impact on her public image was significant. Fans praised her resilience and honesty, with many describing her as a role model for how to handle betrayal with dignity. Social media continued to buzz, with clips and posts being shared widely. Industry insiders noted that the scandal, while painful, had positioned Joseline as a central figure in reality TV drama, highlighting her ability to command attention and influence public discourse. By the end of the second week, it was evident that the betrayal had transformed the trajectory of her personal and professional life. Joseline's response, combining emotional transparency, strategic thinking, and public engagement, had captured the attention of fans, media, and producers alike. The situation was far from resolved, and insiders predicted that the coming weeks would be filled with confrontations, revelations, and emotional moments that would keep audiences glued to their screens. Joseline's story also sparked broader conversations about trust, relationships, and accountability in the public eye. Fans debated the responsibilities of partners, the consequences of betrayal, and how individuals should navigate such crises. Her handling of the situation served as both a cautionary tale and an example of resilience, inspiring discussions across social media platforms. Ultimately, Part 2 highlighted that Joseline Hernandez was not just reacting to betrayal, she was strategically reclaiming control of her life. By confronting the situation head-on, asserting boundaries, and managing public perception, she demonstrated a combination of strength, intelligence, and emotional depth that would define the next chapter of her journey. The aftermath of Joseline Hernandez discovering her fiancé's betrayal continued to unfold in dramatic fashion. By now, the story had consumed social media, gossip outlets, and reality TV circles, making it clear that this was no ordinary scandal. Sources close to Joseline revealed that she was still processing the emotional impact, but she had begun shifting her focus from shock and anger to action and strategy. She knew that in the world of reality TV, perception mattered as much as reality, and she was determined to control both. Friends and insiders reported that Joseline started by creating a support network of trusted allies. She leaned on close friends, family, and colleagues, ensuring that she had guidance while navigating the emotionally charged situation. She needed people she could trust to give her honest advice, a source said. She wasn't looking for sympathy, she wanted clarity, support, and a plan. This careful curation of her inner circle allowed her to approach every decision with a clear head, even as emotions still ran high. One of the first public moves Joseline made was a social media post that hinted at empowerment and self-respect. The post read, "Truth always comes to light. Never settle for less than you deserve." Fans immediately connected the post to her personal life, sparking conversations, memes, and heated debates online. It was clear that Joseline was not going to let this betrayal define her. Instead, she was turning it into a narrative of resilience, strength, and empowerment. Meanwhile, her fiancé attempted to manage the fallout, but his efforts were largely ineffective. Public statements, vague apologies, and attempts at downplaying the situation only fueled the fire. Fans and media alike criticized his behavior, while Joseline's approach, combining emotional authenticity with strategic communication, gained her admiration and respect. Sources close to the situation noted that this contrast played heavily in her favor, portraying her as the composed, resilient partner while casting him as evasive and unreliable. The emotional confrontation that followed was intense. Joseline demanded answers and accountability, refusing to accept vague explanations or half-hearted apologies. According to insiders, the conversation was highly charged, with her expressing her feelings with brutal honesty. While this might have escalated tensions, it also allowed her to set clear boundaries. Joseline made it clear that trust, respect, and honesty were non-negotiable, and that any attempt to manipulate or deceive her would be met with decisive action. As the scandal continued, the impact on her personal relationships became evident. Friends reported that some mutual acquaintances began distancing themselves from her fiancé, wary of being associated with someone publicly exposed as unfaithful. Others rallied around Joseline, offering unwavering support and encouragement. This dynamic created a distinct divide in her social circles, with loyalty, trust, and credibility becoming central points of discussion. The professional implications were equally significant. As a public figure and reality TV star, Joseline's handling of the situation would inevitably affect her image and opportunities. Producers recognized the dramatic potential of this real-life betrayal and were keen to incorporate it into storylines. By capturing her emotional journey, from heartbreak to empowerment, the show could provide viewers with compelling, authentic content that transcended typical scripted drama. Social media played a crucial role in amplifying the situation. Fans dissected every post, every video, and every public appearance. Hashtags like #JoselineStrong, #BetrayalExposed, and #Fiancé trended consistently, while influencers, commentators, and gossip pages analyzed her every move. Every tear, every cryptic post, and every confrontation was scrutinized, ensuring that the story remained at the forefront of public attention. In private moments, Joseline focused on self-care and reflection. Friends revealed that she spent time exercising, meditating, and engaging in activities that allowed her to regain emotional balance. She also documented her thoughts and experiences, both as a personal outlet and as a way to prepare for any public or media interactions. Sources emphasized that she was deliberately approaching the situation with a blend of emotional honesty and calculated strategy, ensuring that she could respond effectively without being overtaken by her feelings. One turning point occurred when Joseline decided to address the situation publicly in a controlled setting. She recorded a statement acknowledging the betrayal, expressing her hurt, and outlining her expectations moving forward. While she did not publicly shame her fiancé or reveal every detail, her message was clear: she would not tolerate deceit, and she was reclaiming control of her life and narrative. Fans praised her for balancing authenticity with composure, seeing her response as a model of strength and dignity under pressure. The scandal also triggered broader conversations about trust, accountability, and relationships in the public eye. Fans debated the responsibilities of partners, the consequences of betrayal, and the appropriate ways to handle such situations. Joseline's approach, facing the situation directly while maintaining her self-respect, became a focal point for discussion, inspiring admiration and sparking dialogue across social media platforms. In the weeks that followed, Joseline continued to navigate the complex landscape of personal and public fallout. She engaged selectively with the media, offered insight into her emotional journey, and maintained a strong presence on social media. Sources reported that her composure and strategic thinking had earned her renewed respect from fans, peers, and industry professionals alike. Meanwhile, her fiancé struggled to regain credibility. Attempts to explain, apologize, or downplay his actions were met with skepticism and criticism, highlighting the long-term consequences of his betrayal. This contrast further solidified Joseline's position as the central figure in the narrative, portraying her as resilient, empowered, and in control. By the end of the season, it was clear that the betrayal had irrevocably altered the dynamics of Joseline's personal life and public persona. The experience tested her trust, resilience, and judgment, but it also showcased her ability to respond with clarity, strength, and strategic insight. Every decision, from private confrontations to public statements, reinforced her autonomy and her commitment to self-respect. The scandal's impact extended beyond her immediate circle. Fans continued to analyze every move, industry insiders recognized the dramatic potential for future storylines, and social media remained captivated by her journey. Joseline's ability to transform personal pain into a powerful narrative highlighted her intelligence, emotional depth, and resilience, setting a standard for how to handle betrayal in the public eye. Ultimately, Joseline Hernandez's response to her fiancé's betrayal demonstrated a blend of raw emotion, strategic thinking, and unyielding strength. The heartbreak was real, the confrontation was intense, and the consequences were far-reaching, but she emerged as a figure of empowerment, control, and resilience. Fans and viewers alike were left captivated, inspired, and eagerly anticipating the next chapter in her ongoing story, a story defined not by betrayal, but by how she chose to rise above it. Joseline Hernandez's shocking discovery of her fiancé's betrayal has left fans around the world stunned and emotionally invested. From the raw heartbreak to her powerful confrontations, every moment has captivated audiences, proving once again why Joseline is one of reality TV's most compelling figures. The story isn't just about betrayal, it's about resilience, strength, and the ability to reclaim control when everything seems to be falling apart. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about Joseline's response to this shocking situation? Did she handle it the right way, confronting the betrayal head-on while maintaining her dignity? Or do you think there's more she could do to protect herself and her reputation? Fans are debating every post, every statement, and every emotional moment, and we want to hear your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss updates on this explosive story. We'll bring you all the behind-the-scenes details, insider insights, and exclusive coverage that you won't find anywhere else. From private confrontations to public fallout, we'll keep you up to date on every shocking development. Drop your opinions in the comments below, tell us what you think Joseline should do next, how this betrayal could impact her future, and who you think is in the wrong. The drama is far from over, and every new revelation will keep fans on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned, because Joseline Hernandez's story is only just beginning, and you don't want to miss a single moment of the heartbreak, the fury, and the empowerment that's about to unfold.